this is Rene LaVice. I'm here talking to D&BTV about my new album Insidious, and we're here at Underpass Skate Park. Yeah, we're gonna do some skateboarding. Let's do it. Yeah, it's been 1 year since signing to RAM, and things have been moving pretty quickly, I guess you could say that, yeah. It's been good, man, like, it's just all felt right, you know? I mean, it's just been the time's felt right to do an album, and I've toyed with the idea for years, and it's just all kind of clicked into place, so, you know, that's it. Insidious, man, yeah, it's so many things, like, I guess it was really reflecting on a lot of stuff that had happened in the past couple of years and stuff. I mean, whether it be like relationships or whether it be like friends or, you know, career stuff or just other hard times, you know, that you come across. It just kind of touched on all those things, you know, and it was a way for me, especially the song itself, the title track, was a way to kind of like purge a lot of that stuff and just kind of get it out. You know, have sort of a positive light on it. Putting that forth and just dealing with it and like excising the demons, there's that underlying feeling of like, once you've done that, you're sort of stronger because of it, you know? So that was sort of the underlying theme that I was going with. It's got a bit of energy to it, you know? It's not just all darkness and gloom, you know? You focus on that, but then you move forward, you know? So, if that makes any sense. The album's 14 tracks long. Every single track I'm just really feeling like I made so many tracks, like literally hundreds of tracks before settling on these ones. Every single track is one that I'm really feeling strongly about, you know. I wanted every single track to just kind of give me goosebumps or just mean something in a way. You know, I feel like I've done that, you know, and I think it's something where I'm not going to get tired of it quickly. It's something that I can listen to again and again and it's still fresh, you know. So, yeah. Took a lot of work to get there, but I think I've got something I'm happy with now. While making the album, I mean, there were definitely some challenging moments. I really wanted to focus on the ideas first and the vibe of the track and what I was trying to like put forward with the track, you know, creatively, and then try and make it work, you know. And there were so many tunes where like it was really hard to get across a vibe and a style that I really liked, but still held up in like 2013. You know what I mean? So getting the production standard right was like definitely something I struggled with, but it was sort of self-imposed. You know, like I could go right ahead and I could do something that just sounds like, you know, neuro or tech step or whatever, and that's fine, but it wouldn't have the same aura that you get by playing around and experimenting, you know. So it was trying to get that experimental vibe, but still doing something that was like really just ahead of the pack, production-wise as well. So yeah, struggled a little bit on that, but pulled through. From start to finish, it's a tough question to answer because like I'd kind of been toying with the idea of doing an album for a number of years, and it hadn't really come together in the right way. Like I hadn't had the right ideas for it and stuff, but I think, you know, in the last year I'd made so much music and gone through so many different styles and so many different ideas that it just kind of fell into place, you know, and being on RAM, perfect sort of outlet for it. I'd like to say a year, but I think it was really more than that. I think a couple of the tracks had even been, I had like little seeds of the idea, like little test clips and stuff for like 2-3 years, something like that, maybe more, maybe even 4 or 5. Like, I think the bulk of the process was probably like a couple months, something like that. It was fairly natural, you know. You know, fairly natural, you know. I think a lot of the inspiration for this album came from like hip-hop producers that I used to listen to in high school, you know. Guys like Jay Dilla and Alchemist and Ninth Wonder, so many producers, like, I mean, they really inspired me to start making beats in the first place, I think, because they just had this style where it was like they could create sounds that sounded somehow like abstracted, like you didn't know where they were coming from. They sounded really unique and like really inspiring, but they had this kind of rawness to it, and there's still like an aggressiveness, and you know, just capture that atmosphere, but bring that to drum and bass, and then you know, and just throw in a whole bunch of different sounds that I like. You know, there's a bit of stuff that sounds almost like a little bit jump-uppy in there and a little bit like trancey, and then there's some stuff that sounds really greasy and grimy, and just throwing all that stuff together and then taking whatever ideas I wanted to kind of get out of my head and just putting it through that filter, you know? So, yeah, that's where most of the inspiration came from. Kind of a funny story how Andy got in touch with me. Like, I was just cooking some steaks one night for dinner on the barbecue, and then I just had my laptop open, like playing some beats, and my AIM was open. And Andy just came on AIM, and a little box popped up saying, "Rene, it's Andy C. You know, da-da-da, I love the track." And I'm like, "No, it's not, come on." He's like, no, really, it's Andy C, and you know, and like, I love the track, and you know, and all this. I was like, I didn't even know he'd been playing it or anything like that. And then, sure enough, he was just like, yeah, send me more music, and you know, we got to chatting, and he loved the beats, and now we're here. So, yeah. When you're in the studio, I get very serious about nutrition. Okay, it's like whether you're mountain climbing, whether you're skateboarding, whether you're windsurfing, whether you're skydiving, you gotta have nutrition, you gotta have proper physique, you gotta have the proper mentality, you gotta have the proper focus, all right? What better way to do that than with trail mix, peanut butter, and gummy bears, all right? You gotta have the right mixture. If you don't have that mixture, you're not gonna succeed. That's it. If Ram Records could be any skate trick, they would be Andrew Reynolds, frontside flipping, Wallenberg. I would be a kickflip, backside, dark slide, McTwist, pop shove it, no comply, to, you know, Casper down a handrail, and then fucking Scorpion fall on my face. That's what I'd be. Yeah, so my favorite tune to start my sets with right now is So Inspired to Fail, first track off the new album. Check it out, it's sick. It's just really energetic, just gets the vibe, gets you in the vibe, gets you in the zone, and then just, you know, comes through with a big bass line. So that's my favorite set starter right now.